Is there any questions about this or comments on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. 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 Motion carries. Item 2, annexation of 13XX Linda Avenue. So this is a city-owned property that has become contiguous with municipal boundaries and can now be annexed. Is there a motion to approve item 2? So moved. Any questions or comments on item 2? Oops. Guess we're done. Seeing none, all in favor of item 2, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Under resolutions, item 1 is the Ramp River Run. The event is scheduled for August 16th from 5:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The run will begin at 6:30 a.m. The event will be located at 202 Market Street, at Water Street, City Market Pavilion, Madison Street, and the Rock River Rec Path. Is there a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 2 is Tough Mudder Chicago. This event is scheduled for August 23rd and August 24th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The event location will be the Chicago International Airport at 2 Airport Circle, 6313 Beltline Road. Is there a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments on item 3? Or on item 2? Alderwoman Trina.
Thank you. I just have a quick question for you, Mr. Bloom. What type of, how many individuals does this particular event bring into town? Do you know?
Maybe approximately about $8,500, or I'm sorry, 8,500 people. They have different levels, different times that they start.
Great. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 3 is the Labor Day Parade. This event is scheduled for September 1st from 10 a.m. to noon. The parade route will be as follows: 7th Street to Railroad Avenue, north to East State, west to Wyman Street, south ending on Chestnut Street. Festivities will continue at City Market Pavilion after the parade. Is there a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments on the Labor Day Parade? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 4 is the Screw City Beer Fest. The event is scheduled for September 6th from noon to 4 p.m. The event location will be 324 North Madison Street, parking lot of Riverview Ice House, and trolley car 36. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. 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 Any opposed? Motion carries. And item 5 is approval of a resolution to open eligible closed session minutes. Is there a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments on item 5? Alderwoman Trina.
Can we just have staff give a little explanation to this one, because I just felt like there wasn't much in the packet, please?
Sure. Does legal want to?
The ones that we're recommending be opened are those that are eligible under the Open Meetings Act based on the fact that the litigation has now been closed.
Okay, and it's just those?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of item 5, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn? All in favor, please say aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.
like to call to order the Planning and Development Committee meeting for Monday, July 14th, 2025. Clerk, will you please call the roll? Here.
Here.
Thank you. Item 1 is an approval of the proposed funding agreement with International Women's Baseball Center and the City of Rockford for field and capital improvements at 311 15th Avenue in the amount of $300,000 annually for a period of up to 5 years. The agreement requires a minimum of a dollar-for-dollar match to city funds. The funding source is casino funds. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
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 No. No.
No. Any opposed, same sign?
No.
Thank you. The item passes. At the request of the city, they are asking for us to lay over item number 2. We're still waiting to hear confirmation from an attorney on this matter. Are there any objections to that?
No.
All right. That being said, we'll move on to item 3. Item 3 is an ordinance approving the Second Amendment to the River District North Redevelopment Project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Second. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 4 is an ordinance designating the Second Amendment to the River District North Redevelopment Project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments? Alderwoman Meeks?
Thank you so much. I'm just curious. So this ordinance, this amendment is moving, I think it was the AT&T building. Is that correct? And then the parking lot next to the AT&T building?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So in order to, later on, you'll see there's ordinances for the new Main and Mulberry. In order to establish the Main and Mulberry district, we had to amend the River District North by removing some of the parcels that were existing there to put them into the Main and Mulberry TIF district. While we were going through that process, we also realized that that AT&T building, which is a former switching station, and the antiquated technology and anticipation that that building currently, as it is, has probably run its useful life. It would be advantageous to have it included in a TIF district, which is why it's being added into the River District North.
Because of potential change?
Correct. So that technology is no longer needed, and so we're just anticipating at some point we'd have to address the use of that building.
And would the use of that building still be for AT&T or for a development project or?
It's currently owned by AT&T, and we're not in active conversations for it to be something different. We're just going through that process with anticipating that it might need to have a change.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 4 is an ordinance designating the Second Amendment to the River District North Redevelopment Project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Is there any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 5 is an ordinance adopting tax increment allocation financing for the Second Amendment to the River District North Redevelopment Project. Do I have a motion to approve? Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 6 is an ordinance approving the Main and Mulberry redevelopment project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 7 is an ordinance designating the Main and Mulberry redevelopment project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. That item passes. Item 8 is an ordinance adopting tax increment allocation financing for the Main and Mulberry redevelopment project area. Do I have a motion to approve? Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. That item passes. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned.
Sir Clerk, would you please take roll? Here. Thank you. First matter is an information-only item. It's for an emergency repair of pumper unit 1038 to McQueen Equipment of St. Paul, Minnesota, amount of $55,987.71. This is a one-time repair, and the funding source is the fire department operating budget. All right, moving on to committee reports. Item A is approval of vouchers in the amount of $32,655,045.90. Is there a motion to approve vouchers? Any questions on the record? Alderman Toomberg? All right. Seeing no questions, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item B is approval of a lease agreement between the city and Friends of Coronado. The lease term is for 5 years with 2 additional 5-year renewal options under the same general terms and conditions. The annual rent amount is $1 in recognition of FOC's ongoing promotional efforts and its commitment to raise $100,000 annually for capital improvements to the Coronado Theater. Is there a motion to approve? Second. Any questions or comments for staff? Alderman Toomberg.
Thank you, Chairman. Alderman Beach, 10th Ward Alderman and I are on the RAVE board, and we look forward to continuing conversations with RAVE and Friends of the Coronado and administration. I know that there's been some, at times, maybe contention on that space with RAVE, looking to utilize it for a revenue generation. And so I think, continuing conversations between Friends of the Coronado and RAVE should continue. Friends of the Coronado does a great job with their fundraising and look forward to that continuing. So I think they're an asset to the Coronado and our community, and I look forward to those conversations between those two entities continuing. Thank you.
Anything further? Alderman Meeks.
Thank you so much for allowing me to speak on your committee. I just wanted to make a comment, and I just wanted to thank the Friends of Coronado for all of their service to just the start of reviving the theater, the space that they are currently using. I want to just send a shout out to Beth Howard, who resides in that space, who runs the programming through Friends of Coronado, bringing in, I remember the year they brought in Alvin Ailey was a beautiful experience at the Coronado. And so those free concerts, those opportunities for youth to experience this space that not many other cities have a chance to experience, I think is phenomenal. And so I give a shout out to Beth because I know that she has been someone that has worked really hard to make sure the maintenance of the Coronado stays intact, to make sure that those concerts stay free for the community. And a lot of those efforts, I question, will they continue if this space was taken away? So I'm just really thankful that the space is there and thankful that they have staff that is super knowledgeable about how to maintain theaters of this nature. And I'm just really appreciative of the continuation of this lease agreement. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe we actually have an alderman that's on the board of the Friends of the Coronado. I forget who it is, but somebody's not alderman. Are there any other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item C is an acceptance of an IGA between the city and Rave for Arena, Coronado Theater, and Davis Park. This agreement is through September 30, 2031. The city will retain responsibility for capital improvements for the Coronado in excess of $75,000 annually, and Davis Park in excess of $50,000 annually as the owner of the buildings and properties. Is there a motion to approve the IGA? Any questions for staff? All right, seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Moving on to resolutions. Item A is a joint purchasing contract for dispatch consoles to GenCom in the amount of $574,742.55. This is a one-time purchase with 5 years of hardware support included. The funding source is the congressionally directed spending grant. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item B is award of joint purchasing contract for Panasonic Toughbooks to CDS Office Technologies in the amount of $40,660. This is also a one-time purchase agreement with 5 years of hardware support included. The funding source is also the congressionally directed spending grant. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item C is a change order for professional services for architectural design to fire stations 1, 6, and 11 renovations to Larson and Darby. It's a change order of $67,400. It includes updates and upgrades to the bunk room, toilet facilities, locker room, and other renovations at enhancing livability and usability of the fire stations. The funding source are ARPA funds. Is there a motion to approve the change order? Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item D is an award of engineering agreement for Fire Station 10 to Willett Hoffman in the amount of $1,047,177.01. The contract duration is through 2027. The funding source is the 2022 budget surplus funds. Is there a motion to approve? All right, any questions or comments for staff? Alderman Beach.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I had quite a conversation today with City Administrator Todd Cagnoni. I just want to make a comment or two. Because all of the legal work is not done on part of that parcel to the west, some of the amenities that could have been part of this new fire station is not going to be able to be done or factored in to the overall cost of building this new fire station. So I just want to make the comment that I feel bad about that. I hope that we could have done that. I hope there could be some way that could be funded other than some ways that might have been suggested. I do have a question that I do want to ask the fire department. If the entrance and exit off of East State Street is as I see on this map, that would not stop parking cars on either side of that. Yes or no?
Go ahead.
Alderman, at this point, as far as I know, that would not limit any of that. I would have to defer that to Public Works, who did work more on the design of the actual parking and that parcel itself.
That is correct, yes.
If we had the other parcel of property available to us, would that have been considered a way we could have come into and out of the fire station?
Go ahead.
I think with the signalized intersection being where the proposed entry and exit are for the site, the preferred alternative would still be where we are proposing it.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily want to have a lengthy discussion about it, but I also was trying to protect the integrity of that whole lot for city events and so forth. And I was thinking that if it went down on that western edge, it could, on a diagonal, go over still to the signals, in and out.
Sure, and those are, this is an engineering this is a recommendation to begin our engineering, and those discussions can still be had during the conceptual phase.
With whom?
With stakeholders, with the aldermen here, with citizens.
Fair enough. I'd certainly like to be included on some of those discussions. I'm so happy it's happening, but I don't think it's wrong to think about it right now, because once it's laid down, unless it's temporary, it's down. So, okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate that.
Alderman Thunberg.
Thanks, Chairman. Looking at the renderings, is that green space that is in the renderings, is that going to be in fact green space?
Go ahead.
Yeah, at this time, we're trying to really simplify the site design and concentrate on the building.
Okay. One of the things that I just thought about as having a bowler in the family and spending way too much time in a bowling alley, Don Carter there has, I haven't spoken to them, and I don't know if the 10th Ward Alderman has, but looking at the renderings, it looks like obviously the parking ability for them is going to be severely cut. I guess concerns is that I've been to enough tournaments there where many people are coming from out of town in cars, buses, RVs, and they take up a significant amount of the parking lot that is no longer going to be there. Rockford was able to fortunately land the Leatherneck Invitational. We had our first this year. We took it from the Quad Cities, which it had been there for, to my knowledge, decades. That attracts over 100 collegiate bowling teams from around the country. I don't know if I would look forward to conversations on that. I'm just throwing out hypothetically, even if there maybe is a segment that we offer to Don Carter if they are interested in, having a parcel of that for purchase. But I just see a parking nightmare for that facility with the way it's designed right now. So I would, encourage conversation on that. Thanks.
I thought you were going to start a paper parking spot service on the weekends.
Well, maybe not out of the equation.
Alderman Logeman.
Looking in the memo, Tim, I see a lot of TBD for project details, the total projected project cost of $10 million. I was just curious, how confident are we that this project is going to be around the $10 million, just with a lot of these TBDs here, and what kind of assumptions were made to estimate the $10 million for the total cost of the construction?
The original budget came from assumptions of talking to this architect that is part of this engineering agreement. So the scope of what we're going to be showing and designing in this, we'll just have to continue to work with the architect and the engineer to make sure that we're aiming at this $10 million budget. Let's make sure that we're continually on budget throughout the process.
Are there any other questions? Alderman Turkey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want a quick question at this early point in time that the cities had any preliminary discussions with the engineer. I saw a note in the document that they were looking at a water retention area. Are they planning on crafting some kind of water and flood mitigation for the flooding that goes on back there to hold the water rather than try to force it down the creek?
Yes. So that would be a separate project. It is within our stormwater master plan to look at that. The problem right now is if you see the exhibit on packet page 229, you have this underground culvert, so we're pinched on both ends. If we were to obtain those two properties, we may be able to open up that creek at that time and then have, or reroute the creek behind the buildings there on the south side of that building and have a long detention pond to detain some of the south branch of Keith Creek. So I guess to answer your question, yes, we are considering that as part of a separate project, but that wouldn't be part of this project or these funds.
Go ahead.
But that second project would make this present project viable for flooding. So then, if you go ahead and build a fire station, you're going to build it at an increased elevation then? Is that the plan initially?
The current proposed fire station is outside of the floodplain, so that would not be. We aren't designing the fire station to have to be raised or anything for current conditions. It would be the same in proposed conditions, if that makes sense.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item E is award of non-competitive contract for 2025 light-duty citywide vehicles to Anderson Rockford Ford in the amount of $639,168. This is a one-time purchase. The funding sources are capital lease funds in various divisions, including the mayor, construction, development, property, street, traffic, and water capital budgets. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item F is a change order for electrical services to Miller Engineering and William Charles Electric and Helm Electric. The change order is $130,000, which brings the amended amount to $165,000. It is due to advancements in public safety communications infrastructure upgrades and the need for electrical upgrades. The funding source is the property fund operating budget and the fire department operating budget. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments? Alderman Beach.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What causes the change order to be so high compared to the original amount?
What's that?
Is this some add-ons after you think about it, or?
The original contract was just for public works routine services. We identified a need in our new public safety infrastructure that we're rolling out that includes 9 transmission and receive sites. There's a significant amount of electrical work that needs to take place for that to be accomplished. And we found the easiest way to accomplish that was through an existing contract and just adding on to that.
Okay, thank you. Did the original ask go off for bid?
Yes, so we do these types of maintenance contracts on a regular basis where we secure 2 to 3 vendors to perform what we would consider to be trade work. So carpentry, plumbing, painting, electrical, garage door repair. We have existing contracts that we use, and we plan an amount based on historical spend, just doing day-to-day maintenance of our facilities. So this change order incorporates the electrical work necessary to complete the radio system upgrade that fire is pursuing. It was electrical work that was not anticipated at the time the contract was awarded.
Okay.
But it was a competitive sealed bid.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item G is a change order for the Madison Streetscape Phase 1 to N-Track. The original contract was approximately $4.5 million. There's a change order of $41,400, which includes storm sewer work that is part of the future project included in the stormwater and drainage chapter of the CIP. The funding sources are the 1% infrastructure sales tax, water replacement and improvement account, and the DCEO. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item H is award a bid for Southworth Court reconstruction to Northern Illinois Service in the amount of $233,267.15. The contract duration is through September 5, 2025. The funding source is the 1% infrastructure sales tax. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item I is award of joint purchasing contract for rental and cleaning of uniforms, floor mats, and shop towels to Cintas Corporation in the annual amount of $47,500. Annual price adjustments for CPI will be considered at contract renewal only. The contract duration is 1 year with 4 possible 1-year extension options. The funding source are various departmental operating budgets. Is there a motion to approve? Any questions for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item J is an award of bid for the demolition of 7XX 18th Street to Northern Service, the amount of $45,810. The contract is through the completion of the project. The funding source are ARPA funds. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Any questions or comments for staff? Alderman Logan.
Quick question, probably for Director Lees. When are we, thank you for the email exchanges a couple months ago. If this passes, when do we expect this building to actually be demolished? Any idea of a timeline?
I could verify with our contractor, but we would, as soon as City Council votes and approves the bid, we'd sign the contract, so it'd be ready to go out. We're hopeful, because of the amount of brush and cleanup that's needed, we don't want this one to go too long, so we've been trying to advance this one a little bit. We don't want any more overgrowth or other things to happen, so I would assume an accelerated timeline once it's approved.
Fantastic. Yeah, I get a lot of email, just as we talked about, a lot of emails on this building, so happy to see this
I'll
one.
confirm dates and get those to you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item K is award of professional services agreement for TIF consultation for the Rockford South Industrial TIF to Ryan in the amount of $42,500. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item L is an award of a non-competitive contract for building code consulting services and backup code official duties to fire consultants of Elgin in the amount of $9,600 per month for 3 to 6 months for building code consulting services and $9,600 to $10,008 per month for backup code official services if needed. The contract duration is 6 months. The funding source is the construction services and development operating budget. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item M is award a bid for police firearms purchase to Keesler Police Supply, Jeffersonville, Indiana, in the amount of $257,800. This is a one-time purchase. The funding source is the police department operating budget. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Any questions or comments for staff? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes. Item N is award a bid for Davis Park site improvements to Stenstrom in the amount of $7,613,842.60. The contract duration is through the completion of the project. The funding source are DCO grant, TAP grant, another TAP grant, redevelopment funds, CIP funds, RPD foundation funds, and 2022 general fund budget surplus allocation. Is there a motion? Alderman Toonberg.
Thank you, Chairman. I make a motion to lay this item over.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. This matter will be laid over. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. All those in favor indicate by aye. Aye. This means adjourned. On what's it? Oh. All right. We'll vote on the layover. All those in favor of laying over item N indicate by aye. Aye. Opposed? Matter passes as a layover. Thank you. All right. This means adjourned.